Today, we're going to talk about how you can help support your child during your divorce. Now, divorce is a difficult thing for most adults to go through and to understand and cope with, much less for a child who has little to no control over the situation. So, one of the most important things that you can do is probably also one of the most difficult things, particularly if you're in a contentious divorce situation, but that is to work together and communicate with the other parent. Studies have consistently shown that the outcomes for children who have experienced a divorce situation, that the outcomes for those children are much better if parents can amicably and peacefully co-parent. Can affect your child well into adulthood, their relationships, their mental and emotional health, and also their academic performance. So it's very important that you communicate. This can include schedules. It can include a clear parenting plan, pick up and drop offs. If you have an attorney, your attorney can certainly help you through this process and help create a plan that works for your specific family or your specific schedule. If your children are younger, this becomes even more important. If they have a routine or they have a schedule, try to be consistent with that. Communicate with the other person or the other parent, and vice versa. What is their nap time? What time are they going to bed? If they have a routine, stick with that routine. If they have a favorite stuffed animal or a blanket, don't let the tone of the divorce, if you're fighting over assets or finances, don't let that come into your time or relationship with your child. Share those toys, share those blankets. You're doing it for your child and doing it to make sure that your child has the least stressful situation as possible during the divorce. So be consistent, communicate, and try to work together. A common mistake that parents sometimes do intentionally, but a lot of times it's unintentional, is putting the child in the middle, particularly with teenagers or children who are verbal and able to communicate easily. They will make the child the messenger between them and the other parent because they don't want to talk directly. For obvious reasons, this is not good. A lot of children already feel that they are responsible for their parents' divorce, or they feel that they have to pick sides, they have to pick a parent, and they can't talk about both parents. And doing something like that where your child is in the middle or your child is actively involved in your divorce proceedings is only going to exacerbate those feelings and probably cause a lot of trauma and mental anxiety to your child. So don't put your child in the middle of the divorce. If you cannot communicate either by telephone, chat, or in person with the other parent, use other means. Use email. There are applications called Talking Parents that will record that chat if it's a very contested or hostile conversation, but make the effort and try. You are doing it for your child and setting an example and showing your child that you are able to co-parent successfully and do what's right for them and put everything else aside. We hope that this video was helpful. At the bottom of our blog post that's titled A Child's View of Divorce, we do have resources and support groups listed. There are videos from psychologists who are world-renowned and deal specifically in childhood trauma and how parents can cope and not only equip themselves with tools, but also their child with the tools that they need. There's also a link to support groups in Colorado from Psychology Today, depending on the county. These are parents who have either gone through a similar situation or are going through it and may have some unique tools in their toolbox that can help you in your specific situation. And of course, if you have an attorney, your attorney should be able to also help you and guide you through the situation, either themselves or point you in the right direction to resources such as therapists or counselors. Again, we hope this video was helpful, and we look forward to seeing you in our next frequently asked questions video.